Welcome students. In this video we will be discussing about density and energy fluctuation in grand canonical ensemble. Grand canonical ensemble in which system can exchange energy as well as matter with the nearby system. So there is possibility of fluctuation in density and energy. That only we are going to study in this section. Let us move into the next slide. In a grand canonical ensemble, variables n and e that we already discussed. N is number of particles, E is energy. For any member of the ensemble can lie anywhere between 0 to infinity. So that value will be, this n and e value will be variables. It can have values from 0 to infinity because we are studying grand canonical ensemble. Now we are going to look our expectation value. First we are trying to calculate fluctuation in density. So we will be starting with the expectation value or average value of n. That can be written as summation. So we are calculating expectation value of n. So nr e raised to minus alpha nr minus beta es divided by summation e raised to minus alpha nr minus beta es. This is equation number 1. Now differentiating equation number 1 with respect to alpha. So we know that first function, if you take summation nr, then e raised to minus alpha nr minus beta es. Second function is 1 by summation e raised to minus alpha nr minus beta es. So first we have to take 1 by e raised to alpha nr minus beta term, then differential of this term summation nr e raised to alpha nr minus beta es. So if you differentiate, nr e raised to minus alpha nr minus beta es will be there, and an additional term minus nr will be also coming there. So in effect we are getting nr square e raised to minus alpha nr minus beta es divided by e raised to minus alpha nr minus beta es. And we know that minus sign will be also coming there. So minus nr square we are getting. That is the reason why we are writing it as minus n square average, because we are finding the average of n square. Next, second term will be differentiating, that is summation nr e raised to minus alpha nr minus beta es, then differential of e raised to minus alpha nr minus beta es 1 by, means raised to minus 1 will be there. If you differentiate, what you will get is that denominator e raised to minus alpha nr beta es whole square will be there, and numerator nr e raised to minus alpha nr minus beta es, then one more e raised to alpha nr beta es should come there. So in effect what we can say is that we are getting average of n square. That only will be getting after differentiation. Differentiating, we will get dou n bar by dou alpha is equal to minus n square bar is equal to n bar, minus n square bar plus n bar whole square, n bar square, equation number 2. Next we will be looking out delta n square bar, means we are looking out the square of fluctuation in the total number, delta n square. That can be written as n square bar minus n square bar. So as per our equation we are getting minus n square, means if you take the negative form of this equation we will be getting delta n square bar. So what we will be getting is that delta n square bar, that is equal to minus dou n by alpha. alpha value we know, mu by kt minus mu by kt, and if you substitute the value we will be able to write it in the form kt dou n bar dou u at a constant temperature and volume. This is our equation number 3. Now we'll be looking out for mean square fluctuation in a particle density. We know that particle density is n by v, so we are trying to calculate mean square density. Delta n whole square bar divided by n bar whole square. This is the relative mean square fluctuation in particle density. Delta n square, capital N square, this one is representing density, this is total number of particles. Delta capital N whole square divided delta n whole square bar divided by n bar whole square. So density can be represented in terms of number of particles. Then substituting from this equation we will be able to represent it as kt by n bar whole square dou n bar by dou u at a constant temperature and volume. This is our equation number 4. Now we'll be writing in terms of variable v is equal to small v, that is representing speed, and it can be written as v by n bar. We may write the above equation number 4 as delta n square by n bar whole square kt, then small v square divided by volume square, then dou volume by speed divided by dou mu. It can be written as minus kt by v dou v by dou nu at a constant temperature. To put this result into more practical form, we will be using our thermodynamic equation, that is d mu is equal to v dp minus s dt. So we are assuming that if temperature is a constant, d nu can be written as v dp. So equation 5 can be written in this way: k minus kt by v 1 by small v dou v by dou p at constant temperature, and we have the value minus 1 by v dou v by dou p. It is known as isothermal compressibility, can be represented as kt. Minus 1 by v dou v by dou p is isothermal compressibility. So we will be able to write the fluctuation in the density kt by v multiplied by kt, k suffix t. It is isothermal compressibility of the system. Then in normal big O notation, this is relative root mean square fluctuation in particle density, that is varying in terms of n raised to minus 1 by 2. That can be represented in terms of big O notation. So this value will be very small at normal conditions, so we can neglect it. The fluctuation in density, that can be very negligible at a normal case, but certain cases it will contribute. That only we are trying to look. Phase transition, this isothermal compressibility, normal system, this isothermal compressibility kt value will be very less, so we can neglect it. But phase transition, this kt value will not be very small, that will be little bit higher, so they can contribute to the density fluctuations. Therefore that will make the changes. The large fluctuation in density at phase transition points, at certain critical points phase transitions will be taking place, density fluctuation will be very large. Such fluctuation indeed exist and account for a phenomena like critical opalescence, phenomena in which that showing large fluctuation in density at a certain critical point, that is being termed as critical opalescence. Under this situation, this grand canonical ensemble, that will be totally different from our canonical ensemble. The remaining situations, normal situations, the grand canonical ensemble's density almost match with the canonical ensemble. Next, we are going to look the fluctuation in energy. So we will be starting with the delta E square. Its value can be written as E square bar minus E bar square is equal to minus dou E by dou beta. We can do it same as we did in the case of density. That way we can try. See, here we did it that same way we can follow here also. So we will get kt square dou U by dou T. Now this equation can be represented in this way, dou U by dou T at ZV, that we can split into two components, dou U by dou T at a constant N and V, dou U by dou N at TV and dou N by dou T at Z. This way we can represent this equation to find the fluctuation in the energy. So there is fluctuation in the density that can result in fluctuation in the energy also. Dou U by dou T NV is actually representing the energy fluctuation or energy in canonical ensemble, and the second part is additional one that is contributed by the density fluctuation. We already studied the expression for n is equal to minus dou alpha by ln partition function of grand partition function, that is cursive q, and u is equal to minus dou b by dou beta ln q at a constant alpha and v. This is our equation number 10, and by differentiating this equation with respect to beta and this equation with respect to alpha, we will be getting the equal values. Means we can write dou n by dou beta is equal to dou u by dou alpha, dou n by dou beta at a constant alpha and constant alpha and volume, that will be equal to dou u by dou alpha at a constant beta and v. So dou n by dou T, that can be written as 1 by T dou u by dou mu at a constant temperature and volume. Since here we are rearranging, beta can be replaced by 1 by kt, alpha can be replaced by minus mu by kt, and after that we will get the equations like this. Now we can substitute the equation number 12, that is dou n by dou T value, that in equation number 9. So here dou n by dou T is there, we can substitute it here. Later we will substitute the equation in equation 8. So dou u by dou T value, dou u by dou T plus dou u by dou n, and then dou n by dou T will be replaced by 1 by T dou u by dou mu. That can be replaced here. So we will get the square fluctuation in energy first term, that is dou u by dou T into kt square, that is represented by our energy fluctuation in canonical ensemble, delta E square canonical ensemble. Then dou u by dou n, that is written there, kt into dou u by dou mu. Dou u by dou mu is approximately equal to dou n by dou mu. So kt into dou n by dou mu is equal to delta n square. kt square Cv can be written as delta E square canonical plus dou u by dou n delta n square. So the mean square fluctuation in energy not only depend upon fluctuation in energy of the canonical ensemble, there will be fluctuation in energy due to density fluctuation also. Second part is associated with the density fluctuation, but real case density fluctuation value will be very less. That will not contribute too much to the mean energy fluctuation. But in the case of phase transition, we know that density fluctuation value that will be very large, that can contribute that situation, that will contribute to the energy fluctuation also.